Ready for another lesson? Why listening to a woman will lead you astray. There's this story out of Brazil where this fairly buff guy, he looks like a bodybuilder, had a wife who was attractive, and she felt compelled, or I don't know, to go out and spread the message of the Lord to homeless men. So she went and do this. I don't know the extent of the story, but this is a telltale sign that something is wrong with this woman. You're not a prophet, you're not a preacher, you don't know anything about the Bible, period. You're a woman. Nevertheless, she decided to go out and spread the word. And she also spread something else, her legs. She was having sex with one of the homeless guys that she was preaching to. And the husband decided to go look for her and find a car. And he see her in the car in the act of sex. He thought that the man was warding her. So he beat the man to a bloody pulp. He beat this man. And come to find out that the lady tell the police, no, it was consensual. So the question arises in this situation is, how much homeless men have she slept with? Because I'm sure this isn't the first time she did that. And she said that God instructed her, and it's a crazy story. Just a couple days ago, there was another story where this guy, he was Filipino, who was, I think he was an actor or a well-known Filipino guy, beat the dog mess out of his girl. And this is a reoccurring thing we've seen far too many times. Listening to a woman or following a woman will lead you astray. And now this guy, the Brazilian guy, ruined his life over this woman that's his supposable wife. But he tried to turn a hoe into a housewife. There's some psychological issue there. But again, why are you following that lady? She should be following you. You should be laying down the law and you're not going out to be no disciple. You're not doing none of that because you're not called or compelled to do that. If a woman out here trying to preach to you about the higher power, I wouldn't even give her the time of day because one, she ain't following the damn Bible herself. She probably a weekend warrior just doing this trying to save souls on the weekends and then getting plowed Monday through Friday after work and lusting after men and letting them grope and touch and fornication and all the likes in between. I don't personally care, but what I can say is that we can learn from this. We can see that there's a major flaw in this ideology of biblical stuff, especially coming from a woman. You shouldn't be listening to a woman, period, if you want to save yourself the disappointment. I don't condone beating on women. I don't condone beating up on men, especially when it's the woman's fault. But I also have to blame the man for being led astray, thinking that this woman was indeed spreading the word of God when she wanted to just spread her legs. And you see this in the Christian church and the community far too many times. So it happened in every community, and we all know that. It's getting ridiculous out here. It's even getting worse as time go by. And you have to be on your P's and Q's, and you have to stay alert. You have to stay alert because in the blink of an eye, your life could change for the worse. And I want you guys to stay aware and stay focused and make sure you eliminate these problems from your life. Red flags just don't pop up out of nowhere. I'm pretty sure that flags were flying, but he chose to ignore them or try and get some help. If they're passing too far gone, don't waste your time, because it's only going to bring you heartache and misery in the end. You've been taught.